everybody, I'm nastymold, and the returning spirits function is finally here in Sky. This is something that is in testing. It might not be a permanent feature. They might change it around a little bit, but let's see exactly what it is and how it turns out. So you can see here we have the assembly guide in home space. That's pretty cool. They have a little campsite set up. And okay, no, these are their quests. That's kind of cool. Their quests show up as if they visited straight from the treehouse. It would be interesting if people who had the Season of Assembly Pass in the past could actually unlock the ultimate rewards, but I don't know how people would feel about that. Maybe like ghostly versions. Anyways, let's just focus on the new aspect of this, which is supposed to be traveling spirits in a way. We are going to teleport to where the spirits are, which should be at the clearing at the very end of the hidden forest. Hello, spirits? Hello? Okay, there's the guide. So this returning spirits feature should last from March 6th to March 19th, which is 2 weeks. So we have 2 weeks of these previous spirits visiting. I don't even know if that sentence made any sense, but we have these spirits here for 2 weeks. So it looks like we have the Chuckle Scout. Oh, there's also a little prop in the middle. Interesting. We have the Chuckle Scout, Scaredy Cadet, Marching Adventure, and Baffled Botanist. And cool, it looks like it's going to be exactly like traveling spirits. I will showcase the prices in a little bit. I think I'm just going to buy all this stuff first because, well, I have it all. I just need the wing buffs. So this is pretty cool. It does work the exact same way as traveling spirits. We still get that permanent wing buff, which is awesome. I thought maybe we'd have to wait until they come back as traveling spirits, which would suck a little bit. So I'm glad they're doing this. Oh my god, my cat just pushed a skateboard across the room and he's riding on it. Oh my gosh. Hang on. I'm pausing for a second to take a cat on a skateboard break. Anyways, where was I? Yes, it is super cool that these are going to function basically as traveling spirits. So we have lots and lots of cosmetics to go over, lots of spirits here, lots of emotes, and we will go over all of that. We've got the Marching Adventurer. Awesome, they have a torch prop, which is super handy. And oh, I think I now get rebirthed with 100 Winged Light. Ooh, that is so nice. With all of these extra wing buffs. Dang, that is awesome. Okay, so let's go over each of these spirits. I'm going to do them individually. We'll do the pricing and then the cosmetics they have. And at the very end, I'll show you where you can relive them. If you cannot collect any items, you do have to relive them first. Alright, let's go. Starting with the Chuckling Scout, we have the level 1 version of their emote for free. The level 2 version is 4 hearts. Above all that, we have a blessing for 5 candles. Their mask is 36 candles, and we can get a heart for 3 candles. Above that, we have a permanent wing buff for 2 ascended candles. We then have the level 3 version of their emote for 3 hearts. The level 4 version for 6 hearts. Their outfit for 65 candles, which is a very good deal, if you ask me. Above all that, we have another blessing for 5 candles, and then at the very top, we have their hoop prop for 45 candles. So altogether, this is not a crazy price spirit, actually. It's pretty good, especially if you're going to skip the prop, which you don't really need too much. Alright, let's take a look at their cosmetics and their upgraded emote. So we're going to do this a little bit differently than my normal traveling spirit videos, just because if I do it how I normally would, they would be extremely long. So the spirit, of course, has this amazing outfit, this mask, and the prop that's on my back. I have to say, this outfit is something that I wear regularly. It looks so good with almost every cosmetic, every cape in the game. It has these adorable little boots on the bottom, rolled up pant legs, and it's very neutral colored, so it matches everything. It's almost like a base game outfit, but with a little bit of flair. So if you were going to get anything from these spirits, I would really recommend this. I wear it all the time. We also have the mask, which has those sticks, and this hoop prop, which, let me place it, is like that. Now, a long time ago, I would have told you never buy this prop. It's kind of useless. It just floats there. But now that we have the new shared spaces thing, you could create obstacle courses. You could do all sorts of stuff with it. So if you're a creative person, you may want to try and get this prop. I think out of all the assembly spirits, this is the one that I like the most. I still wear its cosmetics quite regularly,
And yeah, it just suits my aesthetic. And of course, the Chuckle Scout gives us the Chuckle emote. Level 1. Level 2. 3. And 4. Our next spirit is the Baffled Botanist, who visited very recently, so I think a lot of you will already have most of these cosmetics. So to start out, we have the Facepalm level 1 emote, that is free. Level 2 is 4 hearts. Above that, we have a blessing for 5 candles. We can get their mask for 24 candles, and a heart for 3. Above that, we have a permanent wing buff for 2 ascended candles. Then we have the level 3 version of the Facepalm for 3 hearts. Level 4 version for 6 hearts. Their hairstyle for 45 candles, a blessing for 5 candles above that, and finally we have the spotlight prop for 45 candles. So again, this is a very cheap spirit if you're just going for cosmetics. You don't really need the prop, but if you're a shared space liker, you might want it. I won't go into too much detail because this one came back so recently, but this spirit comes with the swooshy emo hair, very, very in your face, and this dark mask with a yellow teardrop out of this eye. It's only this eye, so even though it's quite covered, you're not missing much else of the mask. That is their cosmetics, and then they come with the spotlight prop, which can be pretty handy. It doesn't charge you or anything like that, but you can see as I'm placing it, you can see the spotlight. It's pretty good for people who make shared spaces. You can make a stage for musicians or for performers. Spotlight. The Baffled Botanist comes with the Facepalm emote. We have the level 1 version. Level 2, little angry emote there. Level 3, which is a little creepy because they actually pull down their mask. And level 4. We then have the Marching Adventurer. So of course their March level 1 emote is free. The level 2 version is 4 hearts. We have a blessing for 5 candles, and connected to that, we have their mask for 30 candles, and a heart for 3. Above that, we have a permanent wing buff for 2 ascended candles. We then have the March level 3 emote for 3 hearts, the level 4 emote for 6 hearts, the hairstyle for 45 candles. Above that, we have a blessing for 5 candles, and then their torch prop for 55 candles. Again, very, very cheap spirit, but you may want to get the torch prop if you don't have very many charging props. I think it is the best free charging prop in the game.
You know what? I just came across this guide from the infographics server, and you can see that the torch actually has the exact same charge speed as the bonfire. Obviously, this needs a little bit of an update because we now have the Manta alt charging you as well, but you can see that it is in the top 2 fastest speeds. The Marching Adventurer comes with their mask and this hairstyle, and of course the torch prop. This mask is really cool. It has like a bandaged eye and a yellow triangle underneath the other eye. I think it's super neat. I like it. And then of course we have this dreadlock hairstyle, which is nice because I don't think there's very many dreadlock style hairs in Sky. This one is pulled back into a green and yellow hairband, which adds a little pop of color into your outfit. And of course on the back we have the torch, which looks really nice. I like how it's modeled, quite detailed. And if we place it, we can light it, and it can be used to recharge us. So here, let me place it. Torch. And let's hold. Nice. The Marching Adventurer, of course, comes with the March emote. Here's the level 1 version. I love this emote. It's so expressive. And then the level 2. Level 3. So bouncy and enthusiastic. And level 4. finally, we have ourselves the Scaredy Cadet. We have the level 1, I think it's called Ewww emote, that is free. The level 2 version is 4 hearts. Next up, we have a blessing for 5 candles, and connected to that, we have a mask for 24 and a heart for 3. Above that, we have a permanent wing buff for 2 ascended candles. Then we have the level 3 version of the Ewww emote for 3 hearts. Level 4 for 6 hearts. This spirit comes with a music sheet for 15 candles. And above that, we have another blessing for 5, their hairstyle for 45 candles, and at the very tippy top, we have the hammock prop for 55. So here is the Scaredy Cadet, and these might be the cosmetics I have used the least from the Season of Assembly, but of course it's up to your own style. They have one yellow stripe through one eye, otherwise it's the same dark mask. Their hairstyle, I don't think I've ever actually worn this, but you know, if you want a pop of yellow, there is a ton of yellow in this bandana. And of course, a little green stripe. On the back here, we have the hammock prop, which is all wrapped up, but when we place it, we have a hammock. Let me put it there actually, so it's more centered. This is something that you can use, and it does have a unique animation, but otherwise, it's not a super useful prop. It'll look cute in a shared space though. You sit down on it and you rock slowly side to side. So cozy, so sleepy. And we have the Ewww emote, level 1. Ooh. Level 2. Level 3. And level 4. And finally we have the Spirit's music sheet, which I'll play on the piano.
Now finally, I'm just going to relive all the spirits for those who can't find them. This one is the Baffled Botanist. We can find it in the first area of the Hidden Forest, just before we go into the Forest Brook. Along the left side, we have this big tree house here, and we just have to follow their memories, up and around and down and back up. For the Scaredy Cadet, we're going to go into the Forest Brook, and we're going to find them pretty much immediately on the right-hand side. This spirit's very easy to relive as well. Just be careful of the rain. They're too scared to actually cross the river, so we just had to follow it all the way down. Starting back at the beginning of the Forest Brook, we're just going to go towards the left side here, and this is where we can find the Marching Adventurer. This one I find is maybe a little tricky if you don't have a lot of flight, because you do have to fly up, even though it's raining. Just up here though. And then we follow them along and across a log. Our final spirit is the Chuckle Scout, and this is the final area just before the temple called the Broken Bridge. We're just going to go into it and go straight up towards the right hand side. We have another big tree house here, and the Chuckle Scout. Now this one I have even difficulty with from time to time. I think I almost died this time reliving it, just because it wouldn't actually relive. If you are having difficulties, you can always turn off the rain by lighting that final segment on the Broken Bridge. The rain will stop and this spirit will be a lot easier. But basically we just have to crisscross across this little river and chase the Daydream Forester, which is another spirit in this area. Why are we chasing them? Doesn't seem very nice. And finally with that, we are done. Now that should be everything about these returning spirits. Thank you guys so much as always for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Hope you enjoyed. If there's something you think I missed out on or this might need slight improving on, please let me know, because obviously this is a slightly different traveling spirit format. If you want me to go more in detail on every item, I can still do that. Alright, well that's it for me. Goodbye guys. Have a nice day.